what's that all about? It's defining where the elbow can move on the square. Because Wing Tsun, a lot of people think that Wing Tsun is about the triangle and the circle. It is. But Sifu said to me, it's a square with a circle inside the square, and then the triangle cutting through it. So if you want to see a logo of shapes, it's a square, and I've seen Wan Kan Lung defining it that way as well recently. But Sifu told me years ago, it's a square, and inside that square is the circle, and dissecting the circle is the centre line running down vertically and horizontally to find the midpoint. Which the square concept teaches you not to go out of his shoulders and down to here. See?
Yeah.
But you should take in the groin as well. See?
You cut that area.
And then the circle is not going to touch all parts of the square. So that would be outside of the circle, you see. So I don't want to go for that because he could rotate.
Right. Yeah.
But I've got to understand that that's still within the square because he can punch through even leaving that still.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have to understand that's part of the square. If I just go for the circle, if I just thought of it as a circle, then I wouldn't cut the angle the same way. So when he roundhouse punched, if I thought it was just a circle, I might just cover to here. I'm going to get hit. But because I know it's a square, I'll take it wider.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
So you've got a square, a circle within it, and then the centre line defined, and then the force goes like a vortex through it.
So you're not just thinking two-dimensional, you're thinking three-dimensional.
Yeah. But see, Sealam Tao is two-dimensional. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Sealam Tao is a two-dimensional pattern. It's only when we move to Chum Kyu, Buji, the Jong, that we actually get 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no dimension here. Look, all you've got is height and width. You've got no depth. When I go here, you've got height, you've got width, and you've got depth.
Yeah.
That's the 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
Sealam Tao is a static form, teaching you to line up to target. Yeah? It's like a marksman, this is how Wang Shun Lung used to say, aiming at a static target. Okay? Then Chum Kyu is moving the target, plus you're moving. Target's moving, you're moving.
Yeah, yeah.
Buji is the desperation form for thinking outside of the box, and that's why we have the square concept. A box is a square or a rectangle, but it's not circular. So it's thinking outside of that box.
Yeah.
The Mukyang Jong is the protractor effect. It's acting like a protractor. That's why you should be very careful that the portal width of your dummy arms are correctly set. If they're too wide, it'll throw off all your techniques. And if they're too narrow, it's wrong again.
Yeah.
That's why the Jong should be well made. I mean, I checked the portal width on that and they're not bad, but they're not brilliant. But if you get one from Hong Kong that's well made, they're set for the correct portal width. It's called the portal width. But the basic way of thinking it is Sealam Tao is a 2-dimensional form, aiming for a target, a static target with a static person. Chum Kyu is the start of the 3-dimensional forms. The target's moving, now you're moving. Okay? Buji is the desperation form or pattern, and that desperation, I prefer to call them patterns because form implies a set sequence of movements, but I just call it pattern.
Yeah.
But, right, so it's a desperation pattern, okay? And that was likened to a financial businessman cutting his losses, and it's for thinking outside the box. The Mukyang Yong is a protractor effect. It's teaching you about the correct angle to take, correct line to take. And it's also a lot of the moves, the first 2/3 come from Sealam Tao and Chum Kyu, and the last third from Buji. That's why traditionally, before teaching Buji, you should teach the first 2/3 of the Jong. Right? And then, what what it's also talking about is the jong, which is the same as chum kyu in is whole unit timing. There's a famous saying on the jong, it should be one song. So in other words, when you go in with the multiple techniques, it should sound as one. If you hear pitty pat, which Nino says, you know, you hear that, this is wrong, it's not connected as one. It should be one sound, playing with one sound. It's the same with the pole. Pole only makes one sound. Traditionally, that's what they say, but because effectively what they're saying is that even with the pole, when I do loi sao, stir the water, so you're coming in, I do loi sao, I shouldn't be thinking of attacking your pole, I should be thinking of attacking your hand. But people mistake that, and they think because I attack the pole, they think I don't understand the theory. I do, but if I attack your bloody hand, in training, you're not going to have a hand to use ever again. So I've got to go Wang Shen Lung said go for the pole. But we understand that in reality we'd go in a bit deeper and hit that hand, then go in. The Ba Chung Dao are really to teach the butcher's mind, if you want the thinking. They're to teach what's called the butcher's mind in English. That is to destroy the opponent at the first opportunity. Because I see other people on the internet and they're making, in my opinion, of what I was taught, a fundamental mistake, which is blade never clashes with blade. But I'm sure you've seen some clips, even at Wang Shen Lung's guys, and you hear this ching ching, and they're going very fast, but they're catching blade against blade. That'll damage your knife. I was taught blade never clashes with blade. If he's coming in with his knife here, I angle off and I cut here. I do not go for that. See? Yeah. But it teaches a butcher's mind. See, it teaches you to cut in one with the knife. I'll be here cutting in one. See? Whereas in empty hands, I'll go in one. Even this is Lin Sil Dai Da. Offence leading to defence. Lin Sil Dai Da. Poorly translated as simultaneous block and attack. It's not. It's basically saying it's offence containing defence in it, like yang contains yin. See?
I see what you mean,
See,
you've got to that point to get into the range of
anyway. I mean, the best Lin Sil Dai Da is to combine the attack and the defence in one through the elbow position. See? So you come to punch. See, attack and defence in one. See? But secondary Lin Sil Dai Da is that. I've used one as defence, one as the Da. See? Tan Da is, you round has, for Tan Da is Lin Sil Dai Da. We can call it attack and defence in one, but really it's offence and defence combined. But it's done that, but I'm still using two hands to do it. Okay? In reality, if my Lutsa is good, I can go in there.